I don't know what's going on with the lighting today. I look real blue, but whatever, girl. Alright, so I told you guys that I would do this video. I've been on Twitter for like the last, very active on Twitter. If you don't follow me at Malibu Dollface, I have been literally giving my 2 cents about all of the drama and all of these racist ass, racist type, racist adjacent ass beauty influencers and what's been going on the ethernet as of recently, okay? So just so you guys know, I'm going to use a lot of 4-letter words in this video. I'm going to speak loud. I'm going to clap a few times. And I'm going to give some personal feelings about things that were said. And yeah, that whole thing. So if you guys aren't aware, of course, this drama has to do with Jeffree Star's ass. Because, you know, I just never met a mogul in my life, a mogul that keeps their self in drama. I've never understand it. But I'll get to that later because I know he's the victim, right? He's totally the victim. So, if you guys don't know, Jeffree used to be friends with Laura Lee, Manny MUA, Nikita Dragon, Gabriel something. I just know he has blue hair. And there's 2 other people too as well. So let's not forget Nikki Tutorials, Jaclyn Hill, you know. So just keep that in mind because I'm going somewhere with this. Now, we know that if you don't know, Jeffree has had a huge issue with people of color. If you want me to be specific here, he did a video. Well, he didn't do a video. There was a video posted of him. You know, people let it break 10 years, 13 years ago of him running down the street calling, from what he said, white girls nigger bitches. Now, he just did a series with Shane Dawson, who's also problematic for some racially charged things he's done in the past. So, okay. And I don't have anything personally against Shane, just not interested. He's really to me. So, okay. But, you know, him and Jeffree are friends now. And, you know, it's like, if I have a racist past and you have a racist past and I have a platform and you have a platform, let's save each other. Let's let the world believe that we are changed. Now, I can't necessarily speak to the validity of Shane and how he's changed because, like I told you, I don't pay him much of mind. I don't watch any of Jeffree's videos, but I kept getting sent the series for this. So I didn't watch them all. I watched the ones that I felt were more poignant to my points because I didn't want to say something that wasn't necessarily true, but as I assume so. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, Jeffree is no longer friends with Nikita, Laura, Gabriel, and Manny. That was the other one, okay? And now Jeffree is on social media and his dumbass fans are really trying to go at all of the people that I just named to claim that they're racist, okay? So we're gonna just go down the line of who did what to make it make sense. So we're gonna start with Laura because she's like the worst offender on this situation. So I'll move over here. Laura left some not so smart tweets about black people, specifically black men. And as well as I think she said Chinese or Asian. I don't remember exactly what the tweet said. It'll be here what she said. Just some and these were back in 2012. You know, she said these racially charged things about people. And for me as an individual, I don't find racist jokes to be funny about anybody. You get what I'm saying? Like, I laugh at the ones about my own people because a lot of that stuff do be true. So I laugh at that. But when people say a lot of racially charged shit about certain things, like you guys know, I had a friend and she said a lot of Mexican jokes that I just didn't think were funny, and people were coming at me because she thought that was funny, and I kept, like, behind the scenes I was going the fuck off because I'm like, you can't say that. Like, you think it's funny because it's not you, but then as soon as somebody says something about you and the race you come from, then all of a sudden all bets are off. You get what I'm saying? So at a point you can kind of settle with things and be all right with things, but at a point you know for a fact it's a no-go because they're not gonna learn, and that's not okay. You can't say you can't do it to me but I could do it to you. So back to my point. So after Laura said this, she decided that she wanted to go ahead and put up a get ready with me like nothing happened, and they lit her ass up, as they should. Then she did this video yesterday of her crying with no tears. You ever see a child who's either sleepy or they just want their way and they think whining is gonna get it for them, so they sit there the whole time and you say Candy, they be like, huh, Candy? That's what she gave. Laura, you're not the best makeup artist and you're not a great actress by a long shot. So you should either practice. There's a lot of free courses here on YouTube that would help you get through that, because the bullshit ass excuse that you gave in your tweets that you're a girl from Alabama was very disrespectful for the people, my fellow Alabamians. You know, I just feel like that to me was some bullshit. She said I made some very stupid retweets. Those were not retweets, dear. I know you know how Twitter works. You had 35,000 tweets. You know exactly how the fucking platform works. You wrote that shit and you felt that way. But we'll get back to that later. Now with Manny, it was just something that pretty simply said, I think it said something to the effect of when your Uber driver or your Lyft driver doesn't speak English. And the Arizona, by the way, your Uber driver or whatever doesn't speak English. So they tried to drag him for that. That didn't work. So now they're trying to drag Manny because he made a face about a fan who went and hugged Jeffree at a meet and greet. So the girl comes in. He's standing there. She just beelines to Jeffree. And he was like, if that's all you got on the man, let him go. The evidence is not sticking. Let him go. Regardless of what his reasoning for it was a look, okay? Now, before I finish, we have Jeffree, who has spit on a girl, pulled a girl's hair, called people bitches and hoes and everything else in the book, okay? Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Well, she grabbed his crotch. Aren't you supposed to be a rock star? Ain't that what you do? Why would your dick be out if you didn't want it to be grabbed? That's my question to you. You're on a stage where it's congested in here. He did on his big old tirade. Just remember, this was a woman, not a man, by the way. Just keep that in mind as well. So we come down to Gabriel, who decided, well, he tweeted back in 2012. I don't know what it was in 2012. It's like the racism just jumped out real quick. I don't know. But he just simply wrote, my friend decided that he wanted to go ahead and this nigga decided he wanted to use my glasses and be thirsty or some shit, some bullshit like that or whatever. So he changed it because somebody threatened him and said, you know, I'm going to tell black people on you if you don't change it. He said, maybe I'll get on a popular page. Okay, fine, whatever. All that shit that I just named to y'all, all is ignorant, minute stuff. Besides Laura's. Now, Laura's shit is a whole nother situation. But for Gabriel, and then Nikita wrote some shit about pedophilia and beating kids, child abuse. Okay, those are serious topics, but we're going to stay on the topic here because the topic here is racism, so I'm just going to let her be out of that. Just because, again, I think people are looking for a needle in a haystack at this point to try to find something to try to make Mr. Star the victim, because that seems to be his favorite. That's one consistent thing he's had all his career, the victim card. Okay, so when we come to what's happening now is they're not friends anymore. And it's all popped off after Gabriel decided that he wanted to out Jeffree and say, imagine standing a racist. I could never. So after he said that, people went and looked in his old tweets and said, you said this. So I'm going to say this as a person of color, a black person specifically. In our culture, a lot of Hispanic people, especially here in LA, we grow up side by side. A lot of Hispanic and black people grow up together. A lot of times Hispanic people use the word nigga way more than a lot of us black people do. Not saying that it makes it right or what he said was cool, but I'm trying to give you context to understand exactly where this came from. So, to Jeffree. Jeffree, if you guys don't know, he has a huge issue with people of color. And he said in the videos, which I will link below, because he loves to put copyright strikes on videos who use these videos of him saying, and I quote, I win by having diamond rims and you win by being a poor Mexican. I didn't see that addressed on Shane's shit. He also ran down the street and said that he called white girls nigger bitches because they called him a fag. And he excused it to say they were not black. Well, let me just explain something to you guys. That's worst. Because that means that a word like nigger to you means something bad. It's, you don't go and call somebody something. You don't, when you trying to read a bitch, you don't say, you beautiful queen, you fuck you. You don't. You use words that are hurtful. You use words that you deem to be below, that beneath, that will hurt, that will sting. And nigger was that word for Jeffree. So we're gonna read. So that was what everybody wants, 10 to 13 years ago. Okay. Now those videos have been on the internet for the longest. Okay. I didn't get went to those videos up and right into. I think he got into it with Jackie Aina. That's when those videos started to really circulate, and I seen them. Okay. From that, they have been pulled off the internet, and he keeps using Warner Brothers Music Group to get them down because he was signed, if I'm not mistaken, to Warner Brothers at a point. So he has some type of connections over there to get those videos down. Okay. So we fast forward to last year. Jeffree decides that he wants to call Kim Kardashian's swatches patchy, and her fans decided to call him a racist. Okay. So he kept saying that's not who he is anymore. Kim decided to defend. You guys remember the video? If you guys do not know, I will link that video below because I lit her stupid ass up too. And he decided to issue an apology then. Now, keep in mind, he was very, very aware that these videos were floating around, and he kept getting them taken down. It wasn't until Kim decided to say something, he was attacked, and his racist past was now in every fucking known publication on the internet because Kim's name was attached to it. So he decided to sit there in his really cute Gucci sweater with his 2 camera angles and lie dead through his fucking face about what he did. He took no responsibility. It was always, I said these things cuz. I went through these things cuz. Let me tell you something. When you say cuz and but, that means the apology no longer sticks. I also see a lot of people who don't look like me accepting apologies on my behalf. I'm gonna need you, white America, to motherfucking stop. Now, I don't try to make things about race. I really don't. But what we will not do in 2019 is support people who belittle other motherfuckers who they feel is beneath them and support people who are racist. Now, I know you're sitting here wondering like, well, he apologized for what he did. Let me explain something to you. If Hitler apologized for what the fuck he did, it still doesn't make it right because it happened, right? I'm being extreme so you can understand my point here, okay? Because I'm a little bit sick and tired of people who don't look like me telling me to get over something and to support somebody because they simply said fucking sorry. Sorry didn't do it, Jeffree. You did. You're a fucking racist, you're a fucking bully, and you got a fucking problem. And I'm really sick of it because there's too many people on YouTube, so many girls I watch who have such great makeup skills. And they work so hard on their production who don't get a tenth of the support that this known bigot gets. And it's you motherfuckers that's the problem. It's you that are the problem. You support this. He wants to sit back and try to laugh at his ex-friends now getting scolded by the internet. If they were the motherfucking plastics and the gymnastics, then you was fucking Regina George, bitch. And I don't feel sorry for anybody who is fucking up your billboards, posting that you're racist because that's what the fuck you are. You sat there and called Jackie Aina a fucking rat. You said that you would fight makeup by fucking Shayla. My friend Paris hit you up and simply asked you a question. A woman who spent her hard-earned fucking money on Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and you're going around yelling, talking about some, you don't want to be a fucking mall brand. But yet you're always in the mall buying brands. The hypocrisy of it all, I can't. You sit up in here, she asked you a simple question, which was, if you don't want to be in stores, then why is Morphe selling your makeup? You're reaching blocked. She's a black woman, by the way. Rocky Roadkill decided to do a review on your motherfucking highlighter that came broken, and apparently a whole bunch of them came broken after that as well. You called him attention-seeking and gross, and you blocked him. You had mold in your motherfucking lipsticks. You have yet to address that. But you're yet making fun of Kat Von D and her motherfucking child. That has nothing to do with you. You did a whole video about brands that hate you. A whole video. And what's really funny about that whole thing, the fact that that many brands don't fuck with you. Y'all gotta remember something. When somebody don't got no motherfucking friends, it's a reason. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and try to make it seem like with Manny, Laura, especially Laura's motherfucking ass, Gabriel, or any of whoever, or Nikita did was okay. But what we will not do is try to sit here and make it like Jeffree some type of saint now. Let me explain something to you, all you dumb motherfuckers who just simply don't comprehend. Just because a person apologized for getting caught does not mean they're sorry for what they did, okay? How many times have you did something your mama told you not to do and you done cried because you about to get your ass whooped only to turn around and do it again? The only difference that you do now is you're a little bit more sneakier about it. So all you bitches talking about, he hasn't been racist in 13 years. His motherfucking ass ain't been caught being racist in 13 years. Know what the fucking difference is, okay? He's changed. What's changed? He's no longer running up and down a motherfucking street yelling shit about girls, coming at people and bullying people. He's now doing it on Snapchat and Twitter now. That's what the difference is. So I don't want to hear no, oh, they use Jeffree. And let me tell you something about karma, since he wants to use that word so much. Karma goes both ways, baby. You use cat, they used you. Spade a motherfucking spade. So what? But you sitting up in here looking like a shaved bird on motherfucking Snapchat, cackling like you got any motherfucking legs to stand on, Stumpy. These are the motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about you. Well, Jeffree is spoken up for women of color and their rights because he's in a hot seat. Of course, motherfuckers you done talked about and make them feel like shit and you've been posed to be this person you're gonna wanna talk up and speak about. He don't give a fuck about y'all. And he made it very clear in that video. You don't call nobody no motherfucking nigger bitch because you was mad at somebody else, especially somebody who looks just like you. I don't use words like chink and honky. You want to know why? Because those motherfucking words don't sit on the tip of my motherfucking tongue. They're nowhere in my psyche. When I'm gonna get you, you gonna be a bitch, a hoe, a lowlife, a broke bitch. That's where I'm gonna go with you. I'm not gonna go to your race. I'm not gonna go to who you are as a person. So the fact that he made an excuse and y'all fell for that shit, as soon as he find another nigger bitch, because he will, he's gonna do that and then they won't be friends again. Manny, Nikita, Gabriel, and everybody else that I named earlier are not friends with this man for a reason. So if you want to say that they used him, he used them as well. Nobody seems to be talking about that because now he has the biggest following out of everybody. When Jeffree first hit YouTube, most of you guys that are defending him didn't know shit about him. And he was this MySpace dude who did music. And he decided to jump on here, and you know what's funny? What y'all not realizing is, who did he collaborate with so much on his channel to grow his channel? Let's see. It was Jacqueline, Nikki, Manny, Nikita. And what did he do? He's friends with none of these people that he benefited from, and now he has a bigger following. So you're trying to say that they used him. They all used each other. Amarizi said it best. None of these bitches is friends. They're all fucking props. They're all fucking using each other. This is why you don't see me out here kicking it with motherfuckers that I don't know, because I'm not cut like that. I'm not gonna sit on Snapchat all motherfucking day shading somebody. I don't got time for that. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. And it's that simple. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to make me be friends with nobody. If I don't like you, I keep the same motherfucking energy when I see you. So for y'all to try to sit back and try to make somebody who has said some of the most vile things you can say about people of color, and because he said sorry, it's okay. Well, guess the fuck what? They said this shit back in 2012. Okay? So how much time do they got to say sorry? Because he had 13 years to say sorry. But y'all requesting for them to say sorry right a fucking way. Do I agree with them? No. But we gonna keep the same motherfucking energy for every motherfucking body who do the same type of shit. That's what the fuck we're gonna do. I'm very disappointed in a lot of these drama channels, with the exception of a couple of them, because now they befriended Jeffree and they're all on his side because he's giving you views now. So all this integrity motherfuckers claim to have, they no longer have it because he has you in their pocket. You want to know why Jeffree isn't in Sephora and then Ulta? When Jeffree was on the rollerball for benefit, they had to pull the shit out of the stores because people were sitting up there vandalizing the motherfucking displays because he was on the boxes. So they switched out all the boxes. Okay? He tweets Sephora like nobody's business. When his information was put out there, which was wrong, he tweeted them. See, what started this whole thing with the whole blocking my friend Paris, because he made a tweet saying, because I don't follow him, Okay? All the Jeffree information I get is usually sent by third party because I have no reason to give a fuck about what that snake, because that's exactly what he is, does. I could care less. You out here requesting apologies. Cat ain't got no apology from how you used her. Boss. But okay, what do I know, right? Because I'm just jealous. I'm jealous of a motherfucker who can't even buy no friends because you're that vile. Nobody, you can't, no Louis Prada Gucci will keep a friend around. Would you look at that? That's sad than a motherfucker when money don't even keep bitches around. When money don't even want to have. Bitch, I would rather be broke than deal with you. I'd rather motherfucking live on the street than deal with that. Because that's a person who has not changed. He's changed the perception of how you see him, not who he is as a person. I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody who has changed, and I'll get back to my Sephora Ulta situation in a minute. Justin Bieber. Remember Justin Bieber? And he said some very problematic nigger sentiments as well. But it seems like he's really found a place in his life where he's ready to be a better him. And you see the change, not because he's saying, I'm a changed, evolved person, but he's actually getting up and doing it. That's what the difference is, okay? So back to the Ulta situation. When you're a liability, no matter how much money that you're bringing in, no matter what the situation is, some companies, especially when you have a very racist checkered past, sorry Laura, sorry Ulta, they don't want to touch you because you're a problem. And they don't want to see what Sephora will never do and what Ulta will never do is sit back and fuck up their ongoing customers like myself to put somebody like Jeffree's in their stores and it be a problematic problem that people no longer want to go to Sephora because now they're selling his products. Because it will happen. See, a lot of y'all sit on the internet and worry about this shit all day and you feel the way about it. But there are some people who have just simply morals. They want to come in and buy makeup. They don't give a fuck about nothing else. However, they do not like to support people who don't support them. It's that simple. Sephora has a lot of women of color who work there, who have taken very big issues with the things that Jeffree has said. Same with Ulta. And what's funny that all of this happens right when Laura's about to go into Ulta. Wow. And I heard Manny was supposed to be going into Sephora. So to me, it seems like somebody is out here really on some shit. I'm not sitting on this racist bench by myself. Bitch, if I can't do it, then neither can you. That's what I'm getting. But you're so evolved. You're so booked and busy. Every time something happens to one of them, he's on a Snapchat rant. You can't be that busy. And guess who? And I know you guys are wondering, like, well, he's sticking up for women of color and speaking about these brands and that. Nobody asked him. Auntie Jackie got that. Nobody asked him. You got enough going on. I don't see you speaking about nothing else, but you want to be talking about some melanin queens. Jeffree, don't in your fucking life ever say no shit like that. That don't even sound right coming out of your fucking mouth. He got all this money, but his ass don't match his fucking thighs. That they didn't put those in a cart when you decided to buy that build ass. Okay. So you sit back. You do this to your friends. They don't want to fuck with you. You say that they used you. You use your other problematic ass friend to do this webisode about you. You acting like you ain't never been to a Walmart. What were you doing beforehand? When you had no money and you were broke. You haven't been living this life for that long. Go through his Instagram. Once you get around 2012, 2013, shit was pretty rough. So all of this, I'm so better than and I don't do this and I can't do that is bullshit. All this, I want to flaunt my wealth is bullshit. And a lot of you broke bitches who are sitting up in here watching this because you for some reason feel like his life is better. Anything that he got, you can get too. So don't try to sit up here and try to live vicariously through somebody and then not take their shortcomings. A person who apologized for what they do, they're going to apologize for what they did. Him and Laura did not apologize for what they said. They apologized for getting caught. And it's a big difference. A huge difference. Okay? So as a beauty influencer who sits back and mind my fucking business, at this point, I'm really tired of seeing assholes and untalented ass people and dry ass individuals win on this platform. I'm sick and tired, not even for myself, because financially, I'm fine. I'm living, bitch. I'm living great. But I'm talking about for all the other people who are coming in. And this is for the Logan Pauls and all these people who don't do nothing but abuse the platform and still get rewarded for bad behavior. That's my problem. So was Laura wrong? As a motherfucker. Was Gabriel wrong? As a motherfucker. Was Manny wrong? I don't see what Manny did wrong. Was Nikita wrong? Yeah, that was kitchen table talk. I know a couple of kids too, but I'm just saying, that's not some shit you tweet because people gonna take it any type of way that they want to. A lot of times when I do videos like this, I take certain things out that I say that my friends would get, but y'all wouldn't, because somebody gonna run down the street and make a big deal out of it. But you cannot sit up in here and try to act like you ain't did shit and I'm working on me every day. Well, work a little bit harder, bitch. Do that. Stay off Snapchat trying to be funny and trying to be petty. Because when all is said and done, honey, you got a lot of skeletons in your fucking closet. And I mean a lot. So I'm gonna need y'all who are watching this video who support people like that, keep your fucking money in your pocket. Every white person ain't racist. Every Mexican person don't hate black people, and vice versa all the way around. But there are some people who still have issues and believe that they're better than. And Jeffree has that issue. Jeffree could move on with his life and be so much better if he learned to shut the fuck up. People are more forgiving to you when you actually do what you say you're gonna do. He wants to sit back and be the victim because he was self-harming himself. Well, I mean, just a week and a half ago, you came at Michelle died over some copyright stuff that Here for the Tea pretty much exposed that you lied about and then copyrighted to four days after. And you did this why? She's trying to steal my series. You know what it could have been? She said she was inspired by you. And I've done this. When I see somebody doing something that I don't appreciate, I just simply hit them with a message, whether it's an email or a DM, and say, hey, I really am not feeling what you're doing, and you know that's how I get down. So can you not do that? If the person decides not to oblige what I'm asking them to do, then you light their ass up. He did what he did so that his fans could attack that girl. He feels some type of way about her. Jeffree is very unhappy. He has all the money in the world. He's still unhappy. He's going to find a tick on a fucking ant because he has nothing else going for himself. This is what happens when you do not work on yourself. When you do not try to make better with yourself. And even for Laura is a girl from Alabama. For the fact that she said that shit and felt nothing behind it and she sat up there with that fake ass cry, bitch, you can hold those fake ass tears because not one fell. At all. I'm sick of this. I am sick of the beauty community being these cliquish ass people who want to sit back and act like they've never did nothing wrong in the world and play victim when people sit back and say shit about them. It's stupid. Am I perfect? No. But they not either. But if you did some shit, how dare you sit back and try to laugh at somebody's shortcomings because they getting the same motherfucking treatment you get. But the only difference is you had 10 and 13 years to figure out what the fuck you was gonna say, and even when you said it was still bullshit. He said, and I quote, I will no longer flame the fires of the drama. He is pouring gasoline on this shit, and he's done it since that apology. That apology was a way for him to look better. That's all that was. So keep believing people and keep questioning people about how they really feel about you, and you're gonna get the same motherfucking answer each and every fucking time. I'm really over this. I am so over this. And I don't have no problem with people buying Jeffree's products if you like him and whatever the situation is. But what you will not do is tell somebody who he personally offended, okay, a group of motherfuckers, using words that should never have come out his raggedy ass mouth, and say that he said sorry and you should get over it. It was 10 years ago. You know how long ago slavery was? Don't make it right. I don't give a fuck who master said I'm sorry. It don't make it right. So in a world of myself, you, him, them, the two chicks in the back, and homie over there with the hat, we're trying to live in this world together. We're gonna learn how to keep motherfuckers and make motherfuckers responsible for the shit that come out of their mouth. Don't say you sorry when you're not. Don't say fucking sorry when you're fucking not. Because you're insulting my intelligence right now. And Jeffree don't give a fuck about women of color or people of color. Guess who the fuck got foundations and motherfucking concealers coming out? And nigger bitches' colors are on the fucking list. And a nigger bitch dollar is a dollar nonetheless. Okay? So let's keep that in mind. You would want to be smart. It's a smart business move. I'm just not falling for it because I know better. When Gabriel said that he still uses that word with a hard R, I believe him. I believe him. He shouldn't have put his foot in his mouth. But again, what he did does not equate to what Jeffree did. And the way that Jeffree treats women, especially black women, shows how he feels. And Jackie said it. You get mad when women of color do not bow down to you. So when all is said and done, I'm not going to sit up in here and deal with racist people. So with that being said, Laura, I don't want to see this bitch no more. I don't want to hear about her no more. If y'all really feel this, if she's the worst person in the world for what she said, don't follow her. Don't tweet about her. Don't bring it up. Gabriel, again, like I said, to me, I didn't see the biggest deal about that. I get it because he used the word, but it wasn't in the context that Jeffree used it in. So he needs to just watch his motherfucking mouth and do what the fuck he doing. Manny, I don't see Manny doing anything wrong but minding his motherfucking business, okay? Y'all getting mad at like, Jeffree has literally been on stage and punched a girl in the face. He literally socked the bitch because she grabbed his dick after he put it in her face. But you get mad because Manny made a face at a fan. And she did this long ass 30-minute ass video repeating herself 45 fucking times about nothing. So, okay. Anyway. And then who is left? Nikita? I don't even care. So, when all is said and done, I'm going to leave this video because it's getting long, but I'm just going to say this. As a person who is in the beauty community, I work with Kat Von D, I work with a lot of other companies, I've done a lot of things, I've used a lot of products, I get a lot of PR from these companies. Fuck with those who fuck with you. And the people that you're fucking with, if they start to change the way that they see you, then you see them differently as well. It's that simple. Change is not because you're going to change because you said it. Change comes from actual action. So from me to you, if a person says they're not going to do something anymore, and they're not going to be in drama anymore, and every time you look up they're in drama, they're not changing. They want you to believe that they change. Playing the victim for a lot of these people are okay. And one more thing. Jeffree decided that he wanted to say that he was self-harming and everybody got mad at him for the tea for using the picture for her thumbnail. Fuck that. Nope. Nope. I don't feel bad at all. Nope. And you can quote me. I don't. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you sat up in here and you attacked that Michelle girl over a fucking series that you lied about. And you sit your fans, all your fans, on that girl, knowing what they were going to do to her. Now, if she self-harmed her motherfucking self and she did something to herself, would you give a fuck? Would you care? Because you wouldn't. Again, learn how to read between the lines, because these motherfuckers will tell you every single thing. Jeffree is intimidated by Kylie, Kat, and everybody else. Jared, and notice that when you are with a person and he brings them up and you're talking about a person and he wants to bring up how much money they have and how they sold their companies, that shows that his insecurities right there. That shows how he really feels. Well, Kendo, I own 100% of my company. Yeah, and nobody wants none of your racist blood either. That's why a lot of these companies won't fuck with you. Period. So, continue to be 100% owned. Because you can't go nowhere else if you wanted to anyway. Keep fucking with Morphe. Those crooks. But anyway, I just wanted to say that, like I said, I've been tweeting a lot about this, and I just wanted to get it out there as a black beauty influencer. I'm going to learn how to use my voice a little bit more for stuff like this because it's getting ridiculous. I be trying to let shit slide because I don't want to seem like the angry black individual, but at this particular point, the hypocrisy is ridiculous. It is stupid. And for a man to sit his ass up here and laugh at somebody as if he's scot-free because he said sorry. They said sorry too, so what's the problem? And they did it much quicker than he did, so I don't want to hear no shit. We're going to give everybody the same motherfucking energy all the way around, no exceptions. Because if somebody came out tomorrow and said something, a race situation about white people who happen to be a black influencer, they would get the same motherfucking energy. Because I'm about every fucking body. I go through my life to sit up in here. I am discriminated against because I'm black and because I'm gay. And it's usually the opposite in both communities. So for me, I'm not gonna do this. I support those who support me. Black, white, Asian are indifferent. I fuck with you the long way. But if you don't like me, don't use my motherfucking money. Don't use me as a prop in your fucking raggedy ass advertisements. By the way, somebody did write racist across Jeffree's advertisement here in LA. I think like a week or so ago. I just seen it the other day. I don't feel bad. Shoulda. Because that's what he is. And he deserves it. Because he's a fucking bully. And if you don't see him as a bully and he's the victim in your mind, unsubscribe to my fucking channel, please. Because I'm not here for people who cannot read between the lines and be free thinkers. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm asking you to look at everything in the spectrum. Calling somebody a nigger bitch who's not black is worse than calling a black woman a nigger bitch, period. And if you don't see the issue there, then you can leave. Because I'm not doing that. So let's talk about it down below, and I will catch y'all in my next one. Peace. I got work to do.